are you surprised? Because, watching that game, I was thinking about Lions fans. Like, man.
For sure.
The Lions look like they could beat both of these teams right now. But are you surprised how much San Francisco struggled with Green Bay?
I was, especially with the rain. I thought that, you look at, let's start in San Francisco's defense. This front of theirs, the strength of it is their front seven. And there was a time in the game where they were at least controlling the run, but overall, I thought Aaron Jones was able to get loose a couple times, which was very surprising. And on the flip side, Brock Purdy just looked very off. Again, I talked about it all week. I thought this Packers defense was a bit pedestrian, and they played really well tonight. But Brock Purdy left, a lot of plays out there as well, just very inaccurate throws. He seemed, I don't know if rattled is the right word. One of the things I did notice was he started the game, Jay, with a glove on, and then he took it off in the second drive.
Right.
I wonder if he had a very hard time gripping the football due to the rain. Again, just a personal thing I thought of because, you can say what you want about Brock Purdy, and I understand there's a lot of critique of him and his ability, but he's been an accurate thrower. Does he have a cannon attached to his shoulder? No.
Yeah.
Is he the most athletic guy? No, but he's been able to process and he's been able to throw the ball accurately for the majority of the year. And tonight, that was just not the case.
He's actually standing by with Erin Andrews. Perhaps she'll ask him about that.
Well, you just looked over at me and you said, wow. Look, it wasn't pretty, right? But that final drive, your best one of the night, why? What was the difference, Brock?
Man, it's a team effort, Defense is making their stops, and we're like, man, we got to do something. And for myself, it's like, calm down, go through your reads, take what they give you, and put a drive together. And we needed it when the season was on the line. What
were you seeing out of Green Bay's defense? Why were things so difficult? The weather, what?
Yeah, the weather, but that's football, man. You got to overcome that. That was early on, but after a while, it's like, man, I got to get into a rhythm. I got to hit guys that are open. That's on me. And, overall, we got to find a way to win. It's playoff football. You're going to get their best, and we made it work.
Hey, you told us you went back this week and looked at games, former players, yourself, in the postseason. When you go back later on in your life and you watch that final drive in this game with yourself leading your team to the NFC Championship game, what are you going to see?
Yeah, obviously, it's 4 quarters for a reason, So the way I started, it's like, man, I gotta be better. You gotta play efficient football. But when it comes down to it, when the season's on the line, like you gotta make it happen for your boys around you. So when I watch the film down the road in my life, that'll be a good one to watch.
We'll see you next week.
Yep, thank you. Go Niners.
All right, so Aaron asked Brock Purdy about the final drive 3 times. I might as well ask you about it, Luke.
You know what? What's going through Brock Purdy's head there? I'll tell you exactly what's going through. Nice win, and I could see it all over his face. In this league, it's always winning is the main thing.
Yeah.
But in the back of his head, he's going, man, tomorrow morning's film session is going to be tough. I'm getting crushed tomorrow for sure, and he's happy that they were able to escape with a win. And you talk about the last drive, it is, joking aside, it is impressive to me because you look at, let's, again, talk about outside of football, the emotions, everything that goes into it. This guy, everybody seems to just be like, he's not that good, which, again, I disagree with. Maybe not tonight, but he shouldn't be MVP. He has too many weapons around him.
Yeah.
There's all these people, naysayers, if you will, that just want to knock this guy down at any chance they can. And all of a sudden, he's having a bad game. He's very shaky. He's missing some throws. It's pouring rain. And he's able to, eliminate all that noise, ignore it all, and go down there and get the job done on a drive. Again, I got a feeling he's going to have a tough time in film. We've all been there. Trust me, I've been there. Okay? But they got the win, and I think that next week, hopefully it's a little better weather and the nerves will be a little better for him.
And you think about the Packers, and, they were so close to winning this thing.
Yeah.
They should have been tied right at the end, and that rookie kicker, again, Anders Carlson's a tough one for him, that missed 41-yarder.
For me, Jay, that is one of the toughest pills to swallow. Let's talk about the Green Bay Packers team. No one gave him a shot, myself included. Not even last week.
Yeah.
They go in, they beat the 2 seed on the road. They come in, and for a large part of this game, I thought we're controlling the game against the 1 seed. A lot of people who think is the best team in the NFL.
That's right.
And then it comes down to a kicker. And this is a personal gripe. It's a personal gripe I have. And I think it's such a strange game in the sense where you spend every minute of your life in the season in there, very physical. Everybody's injured at this point. You're in training. You're in the treatment room.
Guys
you're
coming
lifting.
out the practice squad.
Yes, it's just a tough grind to play. And then it all comes down to the foot of a 145-pound kicker, you know, and that's just the nature of the beast.
It is. And for a rookie, it's tough. You gotta.
And he's had a good year,
that, right?
You know, and
absolutely.
It's a tough moment for him, and I'm not trying to pile on. I love ragging on kickers. It's a thing of mine. But it is like in that locker room, you're like, man, we just went toe to toe with the juggernauts of this league, the juggernaut of the league.
Yeah.
And we had a shot to do it. And that's, you know, a bare minimum should be an overtime.
You have to be happy, though, if you're the team, Matt LaFleur, the whole organization. Going into next season, there's going to be so much optimism for Green Bay.
Thrilled.
Yeah.
Thrilled. Again, I think they need to add a few pieces on defense, but I think one of the things you saw tonight is Matt LaFleur is very, very comfortable with this team in having Aaron Rodgers no longer in situation.
Oh, yeah.
And you won't find a bigger Aaron Rodgers football fan, I want to put that out there, than me.
Yep.
Okay, but you can tell that what Matt LaFleur wanted to do and is currently doing is not what Aaron Rodgers wants to run an offense. And you see that, you know, he's using all his receivers. Dobbs tonight. Dobbs last game as well, but you've seen Jaden Reed. Willson during the regular season had a couple big games. Christian Watson when healthy. Aaron Jones back. They spread the ball around. You talk about Bo today with the touchdown.
Yeah.
This is the offense LaFleur wants to run. Jordan Love is going to be an elite quarterback. They get a couple pieces on defense. This team's going to be very, very good.